What an absolute disaster from the Miami Dolphins. And it's only been 6 games for the Fins, and it feels like I have said that in our post-game video multiple times this season already, as Miami travels to Indy, loses 16-10, more importantly, loses on 16 unanswered points from the Indianapolis Colts after you jumped out to a 10-0 lead in this one, and we're up 10-0 with 20 seconds to go in the first half before you let Anthony Richardson march down the field for a field goal, and then you didn't score anything in the second half after a miscue after a miscue. It's poorly coached football. I feel like awful coaching breaking down Darvin Ham in the Los Angeles Lakers. What are we doing, Mike McDaniel? It's been an absolute joke of what we have seen thus far. And a lot of people in our live show told me I need to be more positive. But how can I be positive about what is being displayed on the football field from the Miami Dolphins? Seriously, how? Like, we're running awful plays, mental mistakes, stupid penalties. It's just been disaster after disaster after disaster. This game would have been over in favor of Miami if Alec Ingold does not get a fullback dive on 1st and 10 from the 15-yard line. You just ran right down their throats with Jalen Wright effectively on stretches, on tosses. You even picked up a key third down with a nice toss to Jonnu Smith over the middle of the field. But no, when you get into the money down in the red zone, you want to do a fullback dive on 1st and 10 with Alec Ingold? And then not to mention what happened on that play. He fumbled. So it's not even like he didn't go anywhere. He just flat out gave away the football. That happened late in this ball game where you would have been able to jump ahead either 17-10 or 13-10 yourself. And then next thing you know, it just set disaster after disaster following. You just had key mistakes. The Dolphins had, I believe, 7 drives in the second half. 3 punts, 1 missed field goal, 2 fumbles, and then the last drive that ultimately resulted in no points when Tim Boyle threw it out of bounds on the last play of the game. We'll talk more about statistics and players, but I just had to get that quick rant out for me. And that's one thing I'll tell you, folks. Listen, you might want me to be positive, but here's why you should subscribe. I'm going to tell you how it is. And I have no issue doing that. You should be wanting content from someone who is going to tell you how it is and how their real football is and my thoughts on it. I'm not going to go up there and just say, oh, it's great because we want the Dolphins to win and be positive. No, if they're playing bad, they're playing bad. Hit that sub button, folks, because we're not going anywhere. We're still not going to quit this team, unfortunately. We're not going to quit the team. We do have some injury news to talk about. Tyler Huntley left the game late in the third quarter, got tackled pretty hard, fell down on his shoulder. He is going to have a look at that. He left the game in the third quarter, did not return, and that's why Tim Boyle had to come into the ball game, where he actually completed 8 of 13 passes, 74 yards. Now, I will say Tua is coming back this week, so at least that's all the reports from Diana Rossini, even some from Adam Schefter. So we'll see if he can ultimately turn around the season, but at least we won't have to be worried about Tyler Huntley or Tim Boyle playing quarterback anymore. That's one thing we don't have to worry about with this goddamn football team. There is some positives in one aspect. Jonnu Smith was terrific today. He was. 7 receptions, 96 yards, and a touchdown. Just absolutely great today. He was fantastic. And this was his breakout game. His best game as a Miami Dolphin came in Week 5 against New England before the bye week. There was a report out there that the offensive staff and coaching organization said that they wanted to get Jonnu Smith more involved during the bye week. And what they do, well, they got him 7 catches, 96-yard and touchdown. He was really good today. He was the go-to man for both Tyler Huntley and Tim Boyle over the middle of the field, and I applaud Jonnu Smith for bringing the juice today. He was really, really good. Tyreek Hill and Jalen Waddle each had 1 catch. Waddle 11 yards, Hill 8 yards. I mean, just absolutely blanketed. Devon Achane led the team in rushing, 15 carries, 77 yards. He was actually really effective on the ground today. He was, and unfortunately, there were some moments where he could have picked up more yards, and it got called back because of stupid penalties. But I thought Achane ran the ball well, and maybe that's the one positive you want to take away from this game. In all reality, if you're looking for a positive, that the Dolphins have been a good team running the football against New England and against the Colts. And I get it. The Colts defense is horrible against the run. But, hey, you're able to run the football effectively. Now when Tua comes back, I think you should keep that same line of thought offensively where you should be a run-first football team. But now you have a quarterback in Tua that is just more experienced, more accurate, more knowledge of the offense, and you're able to quickly have these play-action success plays rather than what you've seen. But you're also going to need your wide receivers to step up because even though we want to complain about quarterback play, when you really watch the film, and I can't wait to watch the film because when I first watched some replays in this game, it looked like nobody was open anyway. It's not even like the quarterbacks just missed guys. Like, I don't think Waddle and Hill really were getting open. They just weren't. And I don't know if Tua is going to save that. So I don't know. I don't know. What I do know is that Game Time is the best way to get your tickets because they are the lowest price guarantee, and they even specialize in getting last-minute tickets, and I can talk about firsthand with that. I was in New York City this past weekend, and I wasn't planning on going to Game 5 of the NLCS between Dodgers-Mets, but I saw tickets were relatively affordable, good seats, lowest price guaranteed. I took advantage with last-minute tickets on Game Time. I also have a great feature called Game Time Picks, which filters out the fluff to show you an incredible great seats, so you don't have to waste time searching through thousands of tickets. You get all-in pricing, which means you get to see the total price of your ticket up front rather than getting blindsided by fees at checkout. You also can see your seat in the app before you buy, get a full panoramic view. Game Time's the absolute best way to get your tickets, and it's the only way I use them, whether I'm going to a concert, comedy show, or a live sporting event. Download the app and use code CHATSPORTS to get $20 off your first purchase when you create an account. Terms apply, first purchase only. But download Game Time today, create an account, use code CHATSPORTS to get $20 off that first purchase. Link's going to be in the description and comments of today's video. What time is it? It's game time. I don't know what happened here, but I don't know what those passing yards are. 4, 5, 5, 8, 9. Don't look at that, folks. Very confused on that aspect. But either way, the defense was actually fine for Miami. Sure, they gave up some key rushing yards and big moments, but they were good against Anthony Richardson in the passing game. The Dolphins have been a top 5 team in football against the pass. They only allow, I think, coming into this game, 150, 160 yards a game through the air. Like, this secondary's been good. It has, and maybe they haven't played the best teams in terms of passing, the Jaguars, Colts, Patriots, but they've been good all year long against the pass, and they do it again today. The one thing you can knock them on is their running defense, but, like, listen, I said it all week long. This defense will hold the Colts under 17 points. I said at maximum the Colts will score 17 points. Scored 16. I was just betting on the offense getting to 20 because the Colts are the worst defense in football. And you're only able to get 10 points, including none in the second half. Like, I even talk about the run game. Sure, you gave up 155 yards on the ground, but 37 carries for 155 comes out to a 4.2 average. That's not that bad. That could be way worse. That really isn't that bad. You only allowed 284 yards, 4.7 yards per play. The defense is not the issue here. Show the offense, Jack. I need to see the offense. Infuriating. Obviously much better. But this right here, the fumbles. Raheem Mostert, a veteran, fumbling in the third quarter. That killed you. Because what happened? You're up 10-3. What happened? It was your first drive of the second half. Didn't go as well. You punt the ball. 3 and out. Forced the Colts to punt. Then next thing that happens, Raheem Mostert, 8-yard run, fumble. 4 plays later, Colts are in the end zone, tied up 10-0. Like, I tweeted it out right as it happened. Word for word. I'm pulling up my Twitter, and I'm going to the tweet. The timing was October 20th, 2 p.m. Raheem Mostert just gave the Colts the game. It was clear as day. that when he fumbled and it allowed the Colts to get great field position and march right into the end zone on a quick sudden change situation, that was the game. It was. And it's infuriating that you would have won this game if you just didn't fumble twice. Because your fumble indirectly allowed the Colts to have like a 13, 14-point swing. I don't know what the exact numbers are, but listen, you're up 10-3. The Colts get the ball off of a fumble, score a touchdown, 10-0. All right, that's fine. Tie ball game. You go right down the football field. You're in the 15-yard line. Alec Ingold fumble. Like, that could have been a touchdown for you, and you couldn't have gave the Colts touchdown if you didn't fumble. The 2 fumbles killed you. I'm going to call it a 14-point swing. You lost by 6. You could have been up 17-3, hypothetically. Could have. Now, you're talking a lot of bit of ifs, but it is. I'll tell you what. We're filming this post-game live, by the way. Don't even get me started on this. Picasso is in the chat. Chop Robinson worth Graham Barton is the number 1 pick. Remember when I got flamed in the comment section back in April when I said that the Chop Robinson pick was a C+, B- grade because they should have taken the interior offensive lineman out of Duke, Graham Barton, at 21 instead of Chop Robinson? Pretty right on that one. Pretty right on that one. The offensive line, I can't even blame them that much for this game. Can't blame the offensive line for fumbling the game away by Raheem Mostert and Alec Ingold. Terrible, man. Terrible. So frustrating. My biggest takeaway from this game is that this offense sucks. And they just make too many stupid mistakes. What's your biggest takeaway from the game? Let me know in the comment section. Make sure you are subscribed because we're still going to be bringing you daily videos. Overreaction Mondays tomorrow. I'll be able to collect my thoughts, replay the game through my mind, and watch some of the game again, and have more informed thoughts on the matter tomorrow. We're going to be dropping 2 videos tomorrow. Overreaction Monday in the morning with more news and rumors in the afternoon. So hit that sub button. Join the channel. As always, go Fins.